Most people don't think about how important music and sound design are to their favorite games. That is, until someone turns the sound off. So we wanted to introduce you to Tommy Tallarico, the man who took video game soundtracks to the next level. Who's Tommy Tallarico? He's got one of the coolest jobs around. You'll probably recognize him as the host of the long-running Electric Playground and the brand new Judgment Day on the G4 network. We asked Tommy how he arrived at his game sound guru celebrity status.
My whole life, all I ever wanted to do was write music. And I've been playing piano since the time I was 3 years old. And my second love was always video games, but I never, ever imagined ever putting the two together. When I turned 21, I put all my stuff in my car and I drove out to California. No job, no money, nothing. The very first person I talked to happened to be a producer, and he said, "Hey, why don't you come down to Virgin? We're starting this new company and we're hiring people to be games testers." So I was in California 3 days, and I was in the video game industry.
In the early days, sound for video games wasn't taken very seriously, so Tommy became an early advocate for improving the music and sound effects.
Sometimes when people think of video game music, they think, that's not the case at all. A lot of the music back then was actually being coded by programmers. They weren't really musicians doing it. At the time, the Genesis had one little sample chip that it would use, and people back then would use it one time. But what I did, which was kind of unique at the time, was I would use that sample channel constantly for guitar hits and people singing, or horn hits, or an orchestral hit. So when people would hear it, they'd be like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
Tommy brings his tireless quest for the ultimate video game soundtrack to sound design as well, on games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
We buy skateboards and start skating on all these different surfaces, and we have a microphone and a portable DAT, and we're like, whoa, going around. I cannot skateboard to save my life. So the actual sound in Tony Hawk that you hear when the guy falls off the skateboard and cracks his head open, that's me falling off, cracking my head. I think I still have the scar on my arm. Where is it? See that there? I have a complete renewed respect for skateboarding because I suck.
Tommy hopes to encourage the entire game audio community to continue to expand the frontiers for music and sound by creating a site for both industry experts and novices alike to share, innovate, and network.
Recently, I founded a nonprofit organization called the Game Audio Network Guild, or GANG. All of the game audio guys got together and said, we want to form a community to promote excellence in interactive audio. Because in our industry, not only do we have to deal with creative issues, but we also have to deal with technical issues and business issues.
But underneath all that, Tommy reminds us that it's just plain fun. So for all of you who want to land a job like his, he has this advice for you.
To all the kids out there, I'm telling you, this industry is starving for talented people, not only musicians, but artists and programmers and producers and designers and script writers. I don't know what better job there is on the whole planet. I mean, I write music, I play video games, I do a TV show about video games, and people are paying me to do this. What an amazing thing.
On the market these days.